Carlos Caicedo is an analyst who covers the political and macroeconomic risk in Latin America, and he joins us now from London. Hello. First of all, why has the court decided this, Carlos?
Well, there has been it has been the third time over the last 2 years that the plenary of the Supreme Court vote on this. There are different political pressures on this. The two previous plenary votes actually were as close as this one, but in the other direction, by which if you lose your first appeal, then you automatically stay in office, even if you have a final appeal later on. But then this time, a couple of magistrates changed their view on this issue, and this time the vote was different. So it's still a very politically charged issue, and that's what we have now. It was a 6-5 decision, a very close one, and it's going to have significant implications politically, but also for Lavallato, the corruption investigation.
And tell us about those implications, the impact of this, and of course that the car wash scandal, corruption scandal, as it's known.
Well, the first clear implication is that precisely because if you committed a crime of corruption and you knew that you were going to arrest after your first appeal, then you were more willing to go for a leniency agreement by which you would be willing to cooperate in order to reduce your prison sentence. That happened with the CEO of Odebrecht and other members of the top business class in Brazil. Now that the new ruling, then there is going to be less willingness to cooperate, because basically this would allow you to actually appeal and appeal and appeal again, and make quite long the moment when you finally go to prison. There are cases in Brazil that have been there for 5, 6, 7 years. Okay. So that definitely weakens the capability of the judiciary to pursue this Lavallato corruption investigation.
And politically, you know, he was the favorite to win last year's presidential election, but he was imprisoned because of this corruption scandal. So what has been the reaction in Brazil to this, and where does this leave any political aims that he may have?
Well, he will be able now, he cannot run again, obviously, but then he will be free to campaign, and I think that's what he said he's going to do. He's going to travel across the country, organizing different demonstrations to actually get across the message that he was unfairly treated, and trying to resuscitate the chances of the left-wing PT to be able to be an influential political force in Brazil. But the other thing that you will see soon is the pro-government right-wing groups starting to organize protests in different cities of Brazil. They are already announcing that they're going to a state demonstration. So I will see some good amount of protests from the right-wing parties in Brazil against the decision of the Supreme Court, and it's going to be attacks against the Supreme Court, being accused of actually being on the side of the corrupt politicians in Brazil. Right. So that will have implications for battle between Congress and the Supreme Court, etc.
All right. I wish we could talk for longer. Carlos, thank you very much indeed for your time and thoughts there. Carlos Caicedo, live for us there from London. Thanks.